Greetings from Snake Mountain Boatworks on Monday, November 3, 2025. Here's an update on our 25-foot 1966 Lyman Cruisette. Rick and Joe are in the process of replacing her bottom, and in that process you can see we finally found a little bit of rot right here. There's a little bit of rot down in there, but I guess I'll let them give you the details. But so far, we are quite pleasantly pleased by what we see. They're going to give you a little process story back and forth, and then we'll go on the other side, and Rick is going to show us how he uses the fine multi-master tool to remove these fasteners. So go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, so we brought it back here. We have two really good steel girders that support really well. So we finally got it up off the trailer and got it onto our jack stands here. But unfortunately, to do this whole bottom, we're gonna eventually, theoretically, we're gonna have to have it suspended where there's nothing touching the bottom. So what we did is we went around the main stringers with chains and straps and used our chain falls to put all the tension. So it's pretty much right now being completely picked up and supported by the stringers right now.
So these go all the way to the rolling tracks on the ceiling, right?
Absolutely. So we can actually move the boat around too, but as we take these stands out, we wanted to make sure that the stringers they're pretty far apart, but if we just had the string held up by the stringers, the boat would want to tip a little bit. So we put in some dead legs just to not really support it, but it's more or less just to make it so it won't roll back and forth. It's pretty much stuck in one spot.
Yeah. I'm trying to move it right now. It will not move.
No, it's really safe doing it the way we're doing it now, but so far, just on these 3 planks I've taken off, I'm really surprised. And for the year, usually down in the back end where all of our frames come down, they're usually pretty rotted. But so far, the evidence points out that everything is still really, really solid for framing.
Oh, that's great. Well, we have to disassemble that scarf joint on the keel.
Well, so it's actually pretty neat. It's like a dorsal fin. It's 3 pieces. You have this main piece coming down from the stem and gripe, and then there's the joint right here, and then this piece goes over the 2 of them, and it's actually completely eye bolted. So we're going to remove that, tighten up, and replace any bolt that needs to be replaced, and then fill this joint with 5200 before we tighten it and collapse it all back down. And that will really make it solid.
Well, why don't you break the news to the world that this Lyman, when we're finished, will have a traditional 5200 bottom.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a really fun project. Being a lap strict boat, the reason why we're taking so much of the bottom off and up in the top is our water line essentially is right about here. And the way that the water line would go, we'd had to have step joints in our inner skin. And I really didn't want to do that. I wanted to just have a square line all the way from the front to back. So that way, as we're putting on our new planks, it's going to fit way better and everything will be sealed up. It will be sealed up, water line up above the water line in the front by about 1 foot.
Well, this is going to be in open seawater, so I'm sure there's going to be water above the water line.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a pretty sweet watertight boat when it's done.
So what is the inner skin?
The inner skin it's roughly about an 1/8 inch thick Aquatech marine plywood. And we're going to put 5200 on every single one of these frames that go down and completely encase the bottom in that inner skin. And then the outside, it equivalates out to about 3/8 of an inch with the new plywood and the other plywood strakes that are getting replaced. So it's going to be completely seamless when it's done. It's going to be gorgeous.
But they'll still be strakes.
Yeah, there'll still be strakes.
Yeah.
It's just all brand new plywood because, this stuff, there's been some pieces replaced where the grain is actually going up and down. I don't have a piece right handy instead of going longitudinal, but it's going up and down. So that will all be fixed and replaced as well.
And we're going to use butt blocks in place of the
Long scarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the way Lyman did these, it's actually pretty neat. You can kind of see one right here, but they're about a foot long tapering joint where they laminate it all in place from, I mean, that's the only way I can think of these planks, because if you take them off whole, they're the entire length of the boat if you can't find the scarf joint, but most of them we're being able to find pretty easily.
Yeah. Well, Rick, maybe you'd like to give us a little sonata a la multi-master. Fine. All right, Rick, go ahead. Show us how you do it.
All right. Keep going all the way down through there until you release it. Every once in a while you'll see there's a screw left here and a screw left here. They were stripped, so I'll end up cutting them out, but I didn't need to put that noise on there. It's pretty loud. And like in the beginning, we're talking about the bongs and all that. So
Right.
where the plywood is changed, as Joey was saying.
That's amazing.
We've got the horizontal and vertical.
Yeah. And with the fine tool, you're also cutting out any and all sealer between the strakes,
yes,
right?
Which is quite a bit. As you can see, they go up there pretty good now,
Yeah.
all the way down through there. And it goes up probably the width of the blade anyway, a good inch and a half.
Yeah.
And once you get that released, as you can see, frees the plank up really nice. So as I go down through, I'll cut these two fasteners here and then finish it out, and then I'll be able to slide this plank here out that I just
Aha.
cut.
Okay.
And then we'll be right out where Joe is over there.
Got it.
But Joey had to start out this way on the other side.
Of course. Of course. And we are all holding our breaths just a little bit because almost every lap strake boat we've ever worked on, even the ones that are close to being in as fine condition as this one is, this boat is really stout. We get up into here, the stem, knee, and gripe, and you all know, those of you who own wooden boats, that water just loves to pool way up here. So we're just not sure what we'll find, but it really looks like everything is pretty solid. There's some kind of, I don't know, fiberglass rosin that's been,
Yeah, that's fiberglass.
yeah. So we will be having some work to do in here. Yeah, that's still fiberglass all the way up.
Yeah,
But-
they tapered a lot of fiberglass in through here on each end.
Oh, as you. So please don't use fiberglass as a fairing compound. There are lots better things. Try fillet, Smith's fillet. It'll do a much better job, take finishes much better, and won't hold moisture behind it the way this stuff does. That's why we're a little concerned of what we'll find here. But that is our update on our 1966 25-foot Lyman Cruisette. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boat Works.